Welcome to Learn SMT Know-How presented by Vibitech Solution Private Limited. When we start learning anything, we first need to understand the language or the special words used in the process. Hence, today's video we will learn the terminology or the language used in SMT process or SMT production line. Let's start with the first word, SMT. As you all know, the SMT stands for Surface Mount Technology. As the components are mounted on the surface of the printed circuit board, the process is named as Surface Mount Technology. The word SMD is referred as Surface Mount Devices. The components used in SMT process is called as SMDs. These are the components with no leads or flat leads. The terminals are made on the body of components. Before SMT, the technique used to make an electronic circuit board was called as through-hole technique. Here, the components' leads were inserted in the printed circuit board and the soldering done at other side. Still, the combination of SMT plus the through-hole technique is used for manufacturing the electronic circuit boards. The through-hole technique have two manufacturing methods. One is called MI, that is manual insertion. Here the leaded components inserted in the PCB by human hand, and the other is AI, that is auto insertion process. Here the component placement or the components leads inserted inside the PCB holes were through the machine. The process of making the complete product is called as assembly or assay. Here, the complete process of fitting all the parts of the product, including the PCBA, the case or a molding part, to get a final product is called as an assembly process. A thin, non-conducting sheet of material, commonly referred to as PCB, is a printed circuit board. It is used to build electronic devices. When there is no component mounted on the PCB, we called it as a bare board or bare PCB. A set of PCBs are attached together to form a panel. This method is used to increase the production quantity. When the assembly process is completed, the PCBs are then separated from the panel. This process is referred as routing process. The routing is done through a routing machine. Next is PCBA, that is printed circuit board assembly. When there is no component on the PCB, we called it as bare PCB, and when the SMT mounting process is completed, we refer it as PCBA. The SMD components is called as SMD. It is further divided into chip components. The small size components or the two terminals components like resistors, capacitors, inductors in SMT process are referred as chip components. Other than chip components is called as A-class components. These are the big size and costly components like transistors, ICs, connectors, etc. Next is BGA. The full form of BGA is ball grid array. It is one of the large-scale integrated circuit packages. LSI bare chip is mounted on the small cord printed circuit board. Behind the PCB, two-dimensional arrays of hemispherical terminal balls are arranged. The other SMT components like QFP, QFJ, SOP, SOJ, etc. are explained in SMT Material chapter. The chip as well as A-class components are supplied to pick-and-place machine in the form of spool, stick, tray, etc. Spool or reel is one of the component packaging type. To know more about the packaging types, watch our SMT Materials chapter. The word BOM, or sometimes also referred as BOM, is a bill of material. It is an extensive list of components of a particular product or particular model. You can get all the details of a particular model, like which component is used, the location of a component, manufacturer's part number, the number of QPS, everything is mentioned in BOM. At SMT shop floor, we use word make to identify the manufacturer of a part like components, consumables, machine, etc. So if anybody asks you which make components, it means they are asking you the components manufacturer's name like Murata, AVX, NXP, etc. To identify the component, maker attach the identification tag on this spool. Each component has a unique number, and that number is referred to as part number or part name. On SMT shop floor, each component is named by this part number only. While programming also, the part number is used. The knowledge of part number is very important in SMT, because if someone make a mistake and load a wrong component in pick and place machine, then the final product will be faulty. If such incident happened in SMT, then we called it as wrong loading, and who are already working in SMT know that the wrong loading is like a crime in SMT shop floor. So you should study the part number. In SMT Material chapter, we have explained it in detail with examples to understand it better. Other than SMT components, the parts or material required on frequent basis during the SMT production process is referred as a consumable parts. The parts like solder paste, adhesive glue, underfill resin, etc. are considered as consumable parts. Next is solder wire. I think you all have used the solder wire during your practicals in college. The solder wire is available with both leaded and lead free. There are also categorized as high temperature solder wires also. A solder paste is a combined result of solder powder and flux in a molten state. The paste is a gray putty-like material. The composition of the solder paste varies depending upon its intended use. Basically, it is classified as PB and PB-free solder paste. A majority of the defects in circuit board assembly are caused due to the issues in solder paste printing process. Hence, the study of solder paste is very important to know the defects related to the same. To watch total video, join our online training program. To join the online training program, write to us at consulting@vibitechsolution.com. You can also visit our webpage www.vibitechsolution.com. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.